matches later on in the programme as well. Well, last summer wasn't particularly kind to Dublin or Westmeath. Both went out of the championship in actual fact on the same day. Dublin after missing some great chances against Offaly, and Westmeath, well, they were fairly heavily beaten by Kilkenny. Well, that all happened at Portlaoise, but 12 months later the scene has changed to Nolan Park in Kilkenny, and the two teams in opposition this time. So who then would go ahead to play against Offaly in the Leinster semi-finals? Let's find out. Commentator is Jim Carney.
This Dublin team beat Westmeath in the National League, and because of that, and thanks to other promising displays in the league, they're favourites to win here at Nolan Park today. But they've had to make a change from their selected side, for defender Des Byrne is out injured, and his rightful back spot goes now to Derek Finn, who drops back to there from number 5. And the new man operating at right half is Paul Walsh, who'll wear his sub's number 18 jersey. Westmeath, who promised so much in this decade but failed to make a championship breakthrough, once had 5 Kilcoyne brothers in their ranks. But today, one of the best-known families in hurling is represented by just Michael at midfield and the captain David at number 15, though Sean, out with an injury, is listed in the subs. Your referee for this Leinster Championship quarter-final is Pat Delaney from Laois. So Pat Delaney gets this match underway in splendid sunshine. Nolan Park looking resplendent. As yet, just a small crowd. They'll be drifting in gradually. There's the first chance for Westmeath, but Martin Hickey, who's wearing 13 but playing at left full forward, just couldn't find the range so quickly. Pat Delaney pucking long. The Dublin left half forward, Ronan O'Doherty in possession, looking for the first score of the game. A good run by Ronan O'Doherty, but he's checked there by Pat Clancy for Westmeath. The pull in towards Brian McMahon, but it's gone wide, and they're scoreless. Sean Greville's had a long stint in goal for Westmeath, and he's known some good days, but mainly it's been frustration as they bid to put all that hard work and training into something useful. Sean Greville knocking it out, but Brian McMahon there for Dublin, chased by Tommy Doyle. Doyle's clearance only to John Toomey, and John Toomey has sent that one wide. And after 6.5 minutes of play, no score. Denny McCormack with the pull for Westmeath. John Toomey then, bidding to set up the first score of the match. It should come here from Shane Dalton, and it does. We've had to wait 8 minutes for a score. But when John Toomey sent in that ball, it was knocked back into the path of Shane Dalton, and Shane Dalton took the point. Dublin leading a point to no score. A good cut by John Toomey in towards the goal. Shane Dalton ran into a good position, called for the pass, I'm sure, and took his point smartly. Martin Hickey can't quite get in his pull. Good defensive work by Dublin, and the fullback Jim Ling trying to get in the clearance. His goalkeeper has to help now. He's in a little bit of difficulty, Pat Delaney, but he finds his path forward. He gets it out. It's a sideline cut, however, to Westmeath. The Dublin defence put under immediate pressure then after that point. This is Martin Newman for Westmeath. A good effort by Martin Newman. David Kilcoyne going up for it, grabbing it, David Kilcoyne, and taking his first point of the game. I'm sure we'll see more from David Kilcoyne. That was a very well taken sideline cut by Martin Newman. In the centre of the field, Paul Walsh for Dublin. Brian McCabe under pressure, but Michael Murtagh to help. turned nicely away from his man, saw the challenge coming down towards David Kilcoyne, who's coming out a bit from the corner. And that makes sense. There's a man free to his right. That man is Denny McCormack. There's another point here for Westmeath. Well taken by the experienced Denny McCormack. So that one is chalked up to McCormack, but I think the credit goes to David Kilcoyne, who made a good run. Brian McCabe and Michael Murthick had got it clear for Westmeath, and David Kilcoyne spotted a man free. There actually had been a man free inside too, but Kilcoyne gave it to McCormack. Thank you very much, said McCormack, and over went the sliotar. Brian McCabe, the centre half back, highly thought of in the game. Long one in. Towards Denny McCormack again for Westmeath. David Kilcoyne. A great goal by David Kilcoyne. Denny McCormack sent it across and David Kilcoyne finished it. It broke out towards Denny McCormack. He sent it across. There's a little feint here, I think, from David Kilcoyne. Yes, you see it. He was looking up and he rifled it home. That's a splendid goal by David Kilcoyne. Well, the sunshine in Kilkenny has given way to more rain, I'm afraid. A double pull there from Dublin. And the left full forward, Vincent Murphy from the Trinity Gales, who tried first for a goal, got a second chance, and he put it over the bar.
William Piper has now. He's reporting in dressing room for the outsiders.
Some urgency in Sean Greville's puck out, with Westmeath going so well in these early stages. He's anxious to keep the momentum going. Clancy's attempted delivery blocked, and Ronan O'Doherty for Dublin. Greville has to come well out of goal. That he does, confidently and bravely, and his courage is rewarded as he gets in a good clearance. Shane Dalton. Pat Clancy. Nicely through towards Martin Hickey. Swinging and looking for the point, Martin Hickey, and he's got it. He's wearing 13, but he's been playing right from the start at left full forward, and he moved out smartly to that one and took his point well. Brian McCabe batting that one down for Westmeath. Michael Kilcoyne there to help. Andy Doyle battling for Dublin. Gets himself a free. And John Toomey will certainly be hoping to put this one over, with Westmeath leading 1-3 to 2 points. And if Toomey can land this one, he'd be cutting it back to just a goal. Taking great care with his preparation, John Toomey. But all the care in the world is not enough to put it over. It's gone wide. Off the chest of Denny McCormack. Pat Clancy there to help. Pat Connaughton there to help too. And Denny McCormack. And towards Jim Fitzsimons. A good turn by Fitzsimons, but not a good shot. Delaney has it covered. He's been put under pressure by Martin Hickey. Vigilant work by Hickey. Another hurler might easily have given up the chase there. And Hickey's perseverance is splendidly rewarded with that point. Well, that was interesting, because Hickey might easily have given up the chase, but he didn't. He kept at it. And it was worth it. The point was there, and Martin Hickey was the man to get it. He's in splendid form in the first half. Well, I think Dublin will surely have to think about making a switch in the full back line, because Hickey and Kilcoyne certainly are causing problems. And here's Michael Kilcoyne. A nice run by Michael Kilcoyne, and the finish matches the run. And anything David Kilcoyne can do, well, his brother can match it. That one taken by the number 8, Michael Kilcoyne, who plays his club hurling, of course, with Blackrock in Cork. Well, the Dublin defence is under a lot of pressure, and I'm afraid to say they're not coping too well with it. Westmeath, when they run at them, their other forwards are content to make the room. John Toomey. Pulled on by Brian McMahon. A great goal by Brian McMahon. Well, Dublin badly needed a goal, and Brian McMahon, the man in your picture, is the man who got it. John Toomey has hit a lot of sideline balls in this first half. They haven't all been hit as well as that one. It caused a bit of trouble in the Westmeath defence, and in it went. So this match started in glorious sunshine, and now it's given way to rain, and there was rain in Kilkenny this morning too. Breaks to Andy Doyle. Sean Greville out for Westmeath. What a good match he's having. And the free will be where the ball lands, because just as Sean Greville hit that clearance, there was a stick down on his hand, and the referee Pat Delaney was very vigilant there. He spotted the offence, and that's something that all referees are trying to stamp out, and full marks there to Pat Delaney, the Laois referee, for spotting it. McCabe's free. The Dublin defence has tightened up a bit in the last 10 minutes or so after conceding a lot of scores earlier on, but now the well has dried up for Westmeath. Denny McCormack will try to get things going again, however. David Kilcoyne sending it across. A good swing and a good save. And a good save at the second attempt. It's gone out for a 65, but good work by the goalkeeper, Pat Delaney, who had to be vigilant. So, alarm in the Dublin defence again. Denny McCormack had gone over there to make room. He'd found David Kilcoyne in support. Kilcoyne it was who sent it across. It bounced off the body of Peter Pringle. It was sent in, a snapshot. The keeper Delaney saved it, and when it came in a second time from Jim Fitzsimons, he sent it out for a 65. Canis Hennebury. Peter Pringle in support. Towards Brian McMahon. Took it out of the air nicely, Brian McMahon. There's a point there, surely. That's well taken by McMahon. He's not found it easy to get away from the tight marking Tommy Doyle, but he's good in meeting the long ball coming forward, as you saw then. Sean Treble, the Westmeath goalkeeper, pucking out. He's had a very busy afternoon. John Tracy with the clearance for Dublin to Ronan O'Doherty. A nice little jink, little shimmy, and then the long ball through, which is cut out by Richie Shaw, and just as well that it was. But Brian McMahon in towards the right full forward, Joe Morris, who takes the point, and now there's only one between them, and suddenly Dublin are right back in this game. Brian McMahon and Tommy Doyle in another chase. It's easier for McMahon. He's got a hurley. Doyle hasn't. A good turn by McMahon. He's a very determined operator, McMahon. And there's a free in. And this free for John Toomey gives Dublin the perfect chance to level it up as we come up towards half-time. So the Dublin fight back continues, and now they're level at half-time. And I think they deserve that after fighting back so well. In 35 minutes' time, barring a draw, one of these sides will be out of the Leinster Championship. Derek Finn here for Dublin with that distinctive orange helmet, determined that team will be Westmeath and that Dublin will be through to meet Offaly. The first point comes in only 10 seconds from Brian McMahon, the Dublin full forward, who had such a good first half. So Brian McMahon's point has put Dublin into the lead. Let's see what it does for their confidence. Well, it does a fair bit, I can tell you, because there's Ronan O'Doherty, there's Joe Morris with another one. So suddenly, Dublin lead by 2 points. Martin Newman to Denny McCormack. Michael Kilcoyne has run free to the left. McCormack spots him right. There's a man inside, but Michael Kilcoyne looks for the point. That's a very good effort by the tall midfielder. who ran forward well, picked up a nice position, but all credit to Dinny McCormack, who found him with the pass. Martin Newman first to Dinny McCormack. Turned to his right, but he knew that Kilcoyne was running to the left. That was a good pass by McCormack, the sign of an experienced player. And Kilcoyne, just when Westmeath needed the point, well, he got it. Dublin with that point to the good. And here's Joey Morris, who has battled hard throughout. Striking with the left, striking it well. And Joey Morris makes it 2 points again. Plucked out of the air by Pat Connaughton, but sent wide. Not a good effort from the Westmeath man. Two points Dublin lead, and they're playing whatever quality hurling we were seeing in the second half. But Westmeath, as is their tradition, will battle right to the end, I've no doubt. But other than the intelligent play of the Kilcoynes, I'm not sure where their inspiration will come from. Here's David Kilcoyne in a bit of trouble. Finds his brother Michael. Martin Newman with a man to his right. That man is Pat Clancy. There's a point here for Pat Clancy. And he's got it. Well, he had to be cool there and he had to be accurate, and that he was, Pat Clancy. Well, in the second half, it's been Dublin leading by a point, then leading by 2 points, then leading by a point again, and eventually Westmeath got it back to level, but Dublin lead again by that point. MJ Ryan, a lively substitute. Off the post, the goalkeeper Greville has to come. Good work by the goalkeeper. That was a goal chance for Dublin. It might still come, however, and Joe Morris has put it into the side netting as Sean Greville falls back into the net. But the goalkeeper there must certainly get the credit. Well, this goalkeeper, Sean Greville of Westmeath, has seen more action possibly than any other player today. And how well he has played. Danger here, across the face of the goal. Richie Shaw has it covered. And he gets it out. There might still be a score for Dublin, however, as Shane Dalton tries to get it across. The Westmeath defence enjoying a charmed existence at the moment. John Toomey. And that's gone in over the bar. But it was very dangerous. It might well have been a goal. Dublin in the end happy, I'm sure, with the point. We're now in the last 5 minutes of this Leinster Championship quarter-final, and at this stage it looks like Offaly versus Dublin. But things can change so quickly in hurling that it might be rash to say that. And a very hard pull there on Shane Dalton. Going in. He gets the point. The referee, Pat Delaney, gave the advantage there, but it was a hard pull on Shane Dalton. And I can tell you that the referee, Pat Delaney, has been looking at his watch. And there it is. It's all over. 114 to 19. And so Dublin win it and go through to meet Offaly.
Yes, Dublin coming good in the end then. As Jim Carney said, Dublin going through to the Leinster semi-finals. Let's bring Donal O'Grady into the conversation right now. Donal, Dublin certainly deserve their win, you would have to say.
Yes, Michael, it would have been a major surprise, I think, to most people if Dublin had been beaten. And even though Westmeath were beaten today, it wasn't as disastrous as last year. And there were some very positive aspects to their play, especially their support play today. They work very hard for each other, and in defence, midfield, forward line, and I think that this is something that they can build on. This was a hallmark of Offaly teams, still is, and I think with that support play, they can build on that and they can go forward. Obviously, they have a lot of work to do and they have weak links. They'll probably always struggle, but if they can get together and work on the simple skills, I think that they will come through. And it's just a matter of working on the simple things, playing the direct style, and eventually I think that they'll be up there. Maybe not with the best of them, but that will certainly improve.
Well, there was a good example of it there, Donal, but looking at those early stages of the game, Westmeath must have felt reasonably confident at that stage that they might beat Dublin because they played the better hurling for the first 10-15 minutes.
Well, for the first 20 minutes they were on top, but then I think Dublin began to assert themselves. They played all through really. Once they started hurling, they played a simple, direct hurling style, and I think this benefited greatly, especially they were 6 points down, they came to level, and then they went 2 points up at the start of the second half. And it's very hard to counteract this style of play, fast, direct play, and once you start putting points over from 50, 60 yards out, there's nothing a defence can really do about it. And great score there by Brian McMahon, a person who impressed me greatly in the first half, got a great goal, great point, threw the ball around a little bit and brought his players into the game. And once a team start hurling, fast, direct, simple and effective style, there's nothing really a defence can do about it.
Well, scores coming up like this one, Donald, are as good as you're going to see anywhere in the championship.
Well, obviously, Dublin there, that score, if somebody from Tip or Kilkenny or Cork got scores like that, people might be enthusing about it. But as well as that, Dublin showed that they can throw the ball around as well. And good play here. Shane Dalton was through. And once he saw the goal, right, little friendly tap from Brian McCabe, but he knew what he wanted and stuck it over the bar. And I think that they played very well once they got going today.
Well, Donald, we saw some good scores there from some Dublin players and 1 or 2 from Meath. Did any of those players impress you as your man of the match and your first selection for this season?
Well, it came down to 2 really, between Dublin's midfielder John Toomey and the Westmeath keeper Sean Greville, but I had to give it to Sean Greville in the end. I think he had an outstanding game. The crowd loved him. It was great entertainment. He came off his line numerous times. Ball got away from him here, but came back and recovered it very well. And Vincent Murphy, a bit ambitious there, I think, trying to knock him. But again, this is another example. Yes, another example of the good support player from Westmeath. They work well out from defence. And I think overall, I think Sean Greville gave a 5-star performance here. And another great long ball, no problem to him, plenty of confidence underneath it, and a great clearance again. I think, judging from the reaction of the crowd today, I think they loved it. It was entertainment, and he came forward as a kind of a character, really, in Cavalier style, coming out for the ball and ladling it down the pitch. It was great to watch.
OK, Donal, listen, thank you very much for the moment. We'll be talking to Donal later on in the programme again. Right now, though, we're going to take a commercial break, but there's lots more to come.